What's up, everybody, man? It's the Bronco, the Pro, coming at you with another reaction video. Mr. Thierry Henry. You know, back a while back, I was trying my hardest to find a good compilation of him, because my point of view, all I see him is the pundit version of him, the little bitter old man version of him, the manager version of him. Don't he coach like the Olympic French team? Everybody always said that boy was a monster back in the day. The video that I reacted to, even though it was rinky-dink, even though that it was bootleg as hell, I still seen that boy team up. I still seen his stride out there looking majestic. I still seen that swag that he had when he used to have her on his head in that French kit and whatnot. Brought to my attention that it is a video called How Everyone Talked About Thierry Henry in 2003. This is prime Thierry Henry. This is when Arsenal's winning Invincibles. This is the Invincible season. Buy TH14 comes if you a Thierry Henry stan or whatnot. Go ahead and subscribe to this channel. So let's see how everybody talked about him during this season. Let's take a trip past memory lane. Let's see what go down.
So thank goodness for Thierry Henry. If you've got him in your side and he's playing as he is at the moment, you don't really sweat too much, do you?
I've run out of superlatives for this guy. He is just phenomenal. He really is. He's the best in the world by a mile for me at the moment. This is scary early this minute. I mean, that turn there.
Say, superlative. Look at that touch. And then that speed. I forgot. I keep forgetting that boy was fast.
Burning pace that he has, that Henry. And
what in the hell? What teammate doing?
That he has, that Henry.
That boy just gave up. Bro, I'm so used to footballers today or somebody like Holland. Boy, they go immediately lay horizontal. Not lay horizontal, but they go jump horizontal 2 feet first and at least try to attempt that hoe.
And that is actually a careless pass for him because he's normally so good at that.
Careless? Whoa. Am I missing something? This is a careless pass?
It's a burning pace that he has, that Henry. And that is actually a careless pass for him because he's normally so good at that. And this just sums him up, I think. Everything about them. Great ball from Canu. And there's Henry. He's like a laxative. He's straight through here, and you're absolutely powerless.
Watch out, dropping one.
And everyone's standing around going, what the hell was that?
Fallo allargare, Henry si accentra, arriva a sostenere Pinesi che prende fuori gioco, Henry ancora, riporta palla sul sinistro, il tiro, rete!
Non ho più parole.
I have no more words.
Perché questo qui
Frenchman
è il più grande centroavanti del mondo. Eccolo qua.
How he didn't win Ballon d'Or.
Non posso dire, mi dispiace molto di questa sconfitta perché noi
I'm very sorry because he got That's how you know you tough. Them Italy commentators had to be one of the most biased in the world. Y'all seen that video and they jersey swapping with him. Y'all seen that video when dude scored on him. He was like, good. He say, bro, I'm sorry. I know that we supposed to defend Italian teams, but this man Thierry Henry is spectacular.
Però questo qui è un fenomeno.
Non mi stanco
mai di dire, questo è un fenomeno. Aveva tutto, poteva andare via. Ha preso è andato ancora in dribbling sulla sinistra. Guarda la velocità, ha lasciato indietro Zanetti.
And Italian teams are known for their defense.
Questo
he out here cooking.
È troppo
too
veloce,
fast, too much he can do.
Tutto questo giocatore.
Arsenal awoke. Well, actually, Thierry Henry
with the yellow and blue
switch, dragging his team along in the slipstream.
For
15 minutes, Henry ran the game.
My fault.
Alan Kirbishley saw it. He asked his players to double up.
Yeah, they say double team that man.
Overdid the aggression. Henry could take aim again. Perfect free kick.
Oh, look at that curler.
He is an absolute
he think that hoe went in there, bro. Whoa. Teddy, this your celebration?
Scorer.
He is an absolute...
This is your celebration? There is not a goal scorer in this world to where you can... That causes you to start your celebration on both knees with hands in the air like this. Like, what is even your aim? What is this even in reference to?
He is an absolute one-man attack, isn't he?
His 24th Champions League goal. 2 at Eindhoven, 1 at Dortmund, 2 in Rome. Thierry Henry is propelling Arsenal through the phases of the Champions League.
The defenders slow to react, but certainly this lad reacts like lightning.
It is Thierry Henry. Another set piece. Oh, that's 2 in the same game. You know how tough that is? Well, of course y'all know. But that is tough.
I mean, that is a phenomenal free kick. Like a pace curl.
One on the right side, one on the left side. There you go. Teddy, get that ball. While slipping, John Terry, take notes.
Is there anybody better in world football right now than Thierry Henry?
It was if he ain't win Ballon d'Or that year. Who won it this year? Zinchenko? Here you go, running again. He's too fast for everybody. He fell again. Damn, what's up with the pitch? You slipping and sliding, tumbling and bumbling?
In the last 25 years.
They just feed me.
I haven't seen anything like him.
You know, all these pixels.
The most forward that there's been in British football as long as I can remember.
Now, David Pleat has seen probably...
Do y'all agree?
In British football.
I haven't seen anything like him.
They've got the most effective forward.
Do y'all agree? Well, of course, Erling Haaland came along, but I'm talking about, well, yeah, I feel like you got to say Erling. I wonder where he is on a record. Did Mohamed Salah break was it his goal scoring record? Did Mohamed Salah for Premier League, or is that just like a lot of propaganda? Let me pull it up real quick. Oh, never mind. That man Thierry Henry is 9 on the list in top Premier League goal scorers with 30. And he is also tied with Kevin Phillips with 30 also. And that was 5 years before him. And Alan Shearer was still higher than that. So, I mean, I guess effective and how many goals you exactly score is two different things. Since you can put up a lot of shots. And, of course, some of them is finally go in. Maybe Thierry Henry was way more efficient than Alan Shearer or something. He was one off. He was one goal off from his record, though. Oh, and then Andy Cole. No, Andy Cole is the one who had it at 34. So he was 3 goals off. No, so he was 4 goals off from Cole in 93.
That there's been in British football as long as I can remember.
Now, David Pleat has seen probably more players than anybody else in this country. So when he comes out and says that Thierry Henry is the most effective forward he has ever seen...
I think it's difficult to argue with David when you see Henry, as he was against Leeds the other night, almost running past international defenders as though they're not there. You know, a little bit like the kid in the playground, the centre forward in the playground who runs past everyone and scores goals. Henry's doing this in the Premiership at just an unbelievable level.
It is another memorable goal from Thierry Henry. No occasion is too big for him.
Oh yeah, you already know he yelling it.
6 times he has scored against Manchester United in their last 4 Premier to Highbury.
Let's see what
Not
he did.
Quite as spectacular as his volleyed winner here 3 seasons ago.
Boom! Oh yeah, that's super duper. Just straight down the middle, over the top of him.
Do justice to the sheer power
and now that silly is cold, Ted. Not that.
And again, he is the man who's broken the deadlock.
It's going to take something very special, wasn't it, to break the deadlock in this one?
Well, Arsene Wenger described it as a missile, and that's a perfect description. What a strike of the ball it was. And we've seen him do it before so often this season.
Now watch how long it takes before it flashes past Roy Carroll. It is literally a second that's travelled. 30 yards, that ball was literally motor past him.
Whoa, hold on. Y'all see how quick they hold?
Now watch how long it takes before it flashes past Roy Carroll. It is
0.
literally a second that's travelled.
Are you sure they ain't speed that hoe up? One more time.
It is literally a second that's travelled. 30 yards.
Crazy. How far that damn ball, that shows the perspective of how goalkeepers dives actually
unsurprisingly.
is, bro.
Congratulations.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Well done.
Absolutely top class, different class, Thierry Henry.
I'm speechless. I can't. That performance was one of the best I've seen. He's a phenomenon. He's unbelievable.
I mean, do we accept now, Harry, that the guy is unstoppable? Do you plan to play against him?
You can't do nothing with him. He's got to be the best player in the world.
Oh, I've seen him before. Oh, there's Rick now.
You know, I know Zidane's a fantastic talent, but this fella's, he's frightening.
He's ahead of the ball. Everything's ahead of the ball except his right foot. I mean, how can he do that?
He's just got everything.
He's great.
It's just unbelievable, isn't it?
You can't. There's not enough words to describe the performance that he puts on week in, week out.
Henry headed off in pursuit of history. How they saluted the second fastest man to a Premiership century. Only Alan Shearer got there quicker.
Yep, that's right, Alan Shearer.
The only difference was Henry, a galloping one-man show. Goal 101 might have been the best of the lot. Only Henry proved human at the finish. Meanwhile, whatever the wish list at Real Madrid, Arsenal's Galactico Centurion is going nowhere.
Every game, you know, you can guarantee he's going to put on a show. Score a goal, make a brilliant pass, skill. Like when you see him in the corner against Danny Mills, when Danny Mills winded him up and you just saw him skin him in the corner.
He couldn't do nothing but sit there and put his hands on his hips at the net. He did that boy like that. What that table said?
And you just saw him skin him in the corner. That was just class.
All right, table. We got Arsenal. This is their invincible season. Like I said, they sitting here at 63 points with 29 games played.
Let's start with, once again, man of the match, Thierry Henry. Again, we saw why, as was rightly said by Gabriel, possibly the best player single player in Europe at the moment.
He can go against defenders, he can go either way, got great balance, and when he puts a turbo on, I mean, this skill's outrageous, to be honest. Creates an opportunity for Perez there.
I wish there was an assist.
When he blasts down the line as he does here for Jeffers' first goal, you just can't stop him. Great all-round team player, looks a great fellow to play with. And as I say, once he's going into these areas, he's unstoppable.
The Fraser knife through butter springs to mind.
Very much. Again, here, you watch the Charlton defenders, you think they're getting close, and it's almost like he's got another gear to go through. People just back off him. You don't know which way he's going to go. And as you say, he's, he looks so smooth.
Is there anything you can do against a player like...
That's the perfect word to describe Thierry Henry. When you watching that boy, he's smooth. He out there, it's like a blur watching that boy on that pitch, especially when he touched the ball. That boy just get the teleport.
Like that? When he's in that sort of form?
You need to try and punch him and knock out, I think. I don't think you could do much else.
This is Thierry Henry. This is the first goal.
Did he say you got to punch him and knock him out?
The top left-hand corner of your screen with Stefan.
Is that what he said?
When he's in that sort of form?
You need to try and punch him and knock out, I think. I don't think you could do much else.
This is Thierry Henry. This is the first goal. Look at the ball is actually at the top left-hand corner of your screen with Stefan Freund. It's a throw into Tottenham.
Punch that man and knock him out.
The pressure. They've got men on the edge of the area, anchor in the box. They've got players behind the ball marking Henry and Bergkamp and Stephen Carr at the bottom of the screen there by the halfway line. Everything looks set there to attack. Now, this is Arsenal for you. They'll break on you so quickly. Now, once Thierry Henry has got the other side of Etherington, Stephen Carr has got the worst job in football right now. He's got the quickest player in the league, going to be bearing down on him very, very quickly, and he's got a decision to make. Does he go and confront Henry, or does he back off towards his own goal?
What are you going to do?
He takes the latter option to try and buy some time, but the rest of the Tottenham players, they just can't catch up. They can't get him, he's too quick. I think Stephen Carr now is in a position maybe to force Thierry Henry toward Bunjacevich there at the left back. He doesn't do that, and again Henry keeps the ball. And actually, you've got to now give the Arsenal players so much credit, because he wriggled past 2 or 3 players there. And look at it, this is a ground
looking
level.
at it from that
watch him go.
angle.
There is no catching.
As for man of the match, once again, Thierry Henry. What more can you say? 100 goals for Arsenal now. And to think he used to be a winger.
First time I saw him was for Monaco, playing as a winger at St James's Park. He got the winner in the UEFA Cup tie, and I remember thinking that night, wouldn't like to come up against that. I mean, you just can't live with that kind of acceleration and pace. But to go at it, there's also a wonderful technique, wonderful balance. And especially with the Wiltords and the Perez's around him, there's almost there now. He's up moving before the ball is even played to him, and it's so hard.
See, the thing about him is, how do you play against him? Because if you get
sound like he was ahead of his time, man.
A good thing you would think.
He'll burn you off and turn.
If he plays you one over the top and he turns you have no chance. But if you give him 2 or 3 yards and he can turn and run at you, that's probably worse. So I don't know what you do against him. Do you play a sweeper or what do you do?
Kick him.
That's it.
That's what I said. You gotta knock that boy out. You gotta get rubbed. When it comes to players that's so superiorly more talented than you ain't have no choice but to do the shit housery on their ass, bro.
Which is what people, I guess, are trying to do.
You've got to catch him.
And when you've got pace and intelligence, I think that's the perfect marriage.
And also, as you said with Perez, Henry is a team player. He's not the selfish striker that perhaps some strikers need to be.
And apparently the one weakness, he doesn't score too many headers though, so maybe that's the thing.
Headers and tap-ins.
Headers in simple goals.
He's very weak in headers and tap-ins.
Thierry Henry, I mean, his movement, the way he works the whole width of the field, and he scores goals as well. But I can't ever recall there's ever seen a striker that makes as many chances for other front players as this fella does.
Oh yeah,
I mean, this is the goal.
Look at his team involved.
Great diagonal ball to him.
Settles.
I thought he was going to isolate the defender and get at him, but he dwells. But Young it doesn't take a good covering position.
Easy little backhill pass
to perfection,
because all of that
catching up.
Attention he been getting, 22 to the middle.
But that is clinical.
Good.
And he roams, he rages, he goes on both sides of the field. And there's Vieira, there's the big man, dinks it over the top, and he knows at the pace. Defender, you think
the fact that the defender did not get that ball.
That is an unbelievable surge. He lulls the defender into thinking he's got it, and surges, just can't set up a
Emirates went through some renovation,
I love this little cameo. Takes it in
or
the
is Emirates Stadium relatively new? Because they don't look, Emirates is like inside, right? It's like a dome.
Rolls it across the face.
No, I ain't going to say it's a dome,
have a look
but it looks different.
This is about movement. This is about tremendous movement. No defender can pick him up. Pires has run the ball 30, 40 yards.
They say, Henry!
He gets intercepted.
Okay, he did.
Bit of luck here, but it's
but they ended up getting it back.
But the movement that got him there was terrific.
Unfortunate.
Finishing once again, that could have been that little bit more clinical. But you're looking at a player, as I say, that we talked about great strikers last week. We're talking about another one this week, but a different type of one that sets up a lot of chances for other players in the team.
I think Thierry Henry today is someone you have to go and watch.
He must watch. He was selling them tickets, huh?
Something called super slow-mo, haven't we? I think we need super fast-mo or something. Speed count.
They say super fast-mo. What the hell?
Extraordinary pace.
And you're also talking against some of the best defenders around, you know. And he picks it up, doesn't
look
a lot on.
Oh, watch out.
Just in and out, top players there.
Oh, watch out.
Weaving and carving out a chance like that. I mean, that's fantastic to watch.
But that was again after they'd scored. They were starting to run riot. The quality, the play, the movement.
Yeah, this is one for me. He picks up no danger whatsoever. 10 yards inside his own half.
Oh my God! Look at this speed.
Yeah,
he ended up getting to that.
Scored, they were starting to run riot. The quality, the play, the movement.
Yeah, this is one for me. He picks up no danger whatsoever. 10 yards inside his own half.
That's what they ought to be ashamed. He looked like
anybody better than him anywhere.
I think there's nobody much quicker than him, and running at the ball and the mood he's in tonight, you know, he's a threat.
First one is the first is a team game, but without Thierry, it could be more difficult. And I think this year was tremendous, like the last two games where we was a little bit tired, but we needed someone to do something special, and Thierry always perform on the big games. So no doubt about he's going to win the Player of the Year tonight, and he was tremendous and fantastic as a player.
I paid him to say that.
What
he was tremendous and fantastic. Not as a player.
I paid him to say that.
I see he still had his humor.
Henry can set up in these sort of positions. The lead team's trailing in his wake.
Look at that vision.
When he's running at pace, he can pick out the perfect pass, and that's not easy to do.
But there's so much more to his game, isn't there? I mean, I love this. I love him having the ball. I mean, for me, he could run on snow and not even dent it. He's that light. Look at
that boy reaching that leg out, stretching him out.
And there he's looking. He's always aware. He's dominating.
Is that hard?
Brings people into play. I think he could play in any position on the football field, this fella. Look at him there. This is what he does well for a top striker. Teases, defenders can't tackle, and he's always looking to set up a mate. Vintage. This is vintage. He did this so many times that night in the San Siro, and here he is again. Accelerates, leaves loosely for dead, tucks it away. That, for me, if there's a better striker or a better player in the world, I don't know who he is.
Really pleasing on the eye if you're not a Birmingham City supporter. Remember when they signed him, they said he wasn't really a striker.
And that's what they said. He said when they signed him, they said that he wasn't really a striker. Well, he proved all the hell wrong. He said, I can play any position that you want me to.
81 games. Magnificent. King Henry.
If there's a better player in the world at the minute than Henry, then I'm yet to see it, because he's if you just leave him 1v1,
Let me see who won Ballon d'Or.
Space and he gets turned around, he's devastating at the minute, and he's certainly punished us against today.
How do you deal with that kind of raw pace that Thierry Henry brings to their attack?
In 2003, yeah, this is a
good question. It's difficult to deal with. I think
Paul Nedved won in 2003.
You can't drop off too much and let him get ahead of steam.
But it was
try and nip the problem in the bud as soon as you can.
Nedved won in 2003, and then
early.
Shevchenko won in 2004.
It's tough, you know. He's got such good feet at pace that you really have to have your wits about you.
It's not that difficult to pull out a best-of compilation on Henry, but the pictures speak for themselves almost, Ali.
Well, the astounding thing for me is not really his goals, it's his assists as well. I mean, for a tremendous goal scorer, he scores all sorts of goals. That's a wonder. I mean, how do you play against him?
He made two and scored two in the San Siro,
we've had this argument on this show seemingly every Monday. If you're a defender, how do you play against him, Andy?
If he got a few tap-ins, God knows how many he'd score, because he rarely gets them.
There are a few
he rarely gets tap-ins, bro.
Thierry Henry in full flow.
I think we're very, very lucky to have him in this country. Not only
he strike ethical goals,
credit to his profession, but he's absolutely brilliant to watch. So difficult to play against. He comes in repeatedly in this left-hand side. This is his favourite position. Picks it up here. How many times have we seen this? Cut inside, go to hit, go past the first one, past the second one, and then ping it into the back.
Very similar to last month's goal of the month.
Oh, unbelievably good. I mean, this is his great forte, coming on that side, taking on the defenders. He's just got such a great appreciation of everything run about him.
Wrighty's record is under threat.
Well, Wrighty's got the goals quicker, but
Ian Wright. Oh, that boy Ian Wright did it in less appearances. More goals in less appearances.
Thierry Henry, you know, not only is a goal scorer, he's brilliant in the build-up. I mean, Wrighty's a bit like you, just a predator.
So Henry got more assists type shit.
where Henry is the build-up as well.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Well, it don't matter the years. I was finna say he played less years, but Ian Wright got less appearances. So, hey, shout out Ian Wright. They boys say he's a dog. Look at that. 288. He played there for 7 years, but he got less appearances and more goals than Thierry Henry. Hey, shout out that man, Thierry Henry. How everybody talked about him in 2003. How this man don't have a Ballon d'Or is beyond me. I'm out.